You want a Canadiano today? Sure, let's do it.
But beneath the bravado,
Canadiano! No, they're doing freedom fries, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. At least, like, they have a more valid reason to be angry at America. I'm in Philly. Is this real? Yeah, it's real.
Now to new global tariffs that take effect today on orders from President Trump. There is now an additional 25% charge on all steel and aluminum imports worldwide, which likely means higher prices here, and it's got a lot of American companies rattled. Meanwhile, the White House became a car dealership yesterday with an event on the South Lawn where President Trump appeared to want to know what's it going to take to get you into a brand new Tesla today. Weijia Zhang's at the White House. Weijia, quite a sight yesterday. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Good morning to everybody. Quite a show, a staunch show of support for the world's richest man, as many Americans look for reassurances about their own financial futures. President Trump's message to them, everything is great, everything is fine, and he is moving ahead with more tariffs, no matter what Wall Street says.
After Tesla stock tanked 15% on Monday, taking its biggest hit since 2020.
I want to buy one of these.
President Trump turned the South Lawn of the White House into a car lot, making a sales pitch for Americans to buy a Tesla, which he pledged to do.
I'm going to have it at the White House, and I'm going to let my staff use it.
Tesla stock climbed following Trump's endorsement, but the markets were rattled Tuesday after Trump posted an early morning threat to increase the fee on Canadian steel and aluminum imports from 25% to 50% in response to Ontario's Premier Doug Ford imposing a 25% tariff on electricity going to the U.S. But by the afternoon, Ford reversed course.
We have both agreed. Let cooler heads prevail.
Prompting Trump to back down too, reverting to the planned 25% tariff, which begins today. Commerce Secretary Howard Lutnick brokered the truce.
The markets are going to learn. Let the deal maker make his deals.
Lutnick says Trump's policies will take time to implement, but he insisted it's worth it.
These policies produce revenues. They produce growth. They produce factories being built here.
Despite Wall Street's reaction to the trade tensions, Trump said he does not think there will be a recession.
I think this country is going to boom.
Just 2 days earlier, he was not so sure.
Are you expecting a recession this year?
I hate to predict things like that.
Tuesday evening, surrounded by the CEOs of America's biggest companies who have watched their stocks slide, Trump defended his economic strategy.
The tariffs are having a tremendously positive impact. They will have, and they are having.
Just a few hours ago, the European Union, the world's largest trading bloc, responded to that increase in steel and aluminum tariffs. The EU announced plans to impose counter tariffs on about $28 billion worth of U.S. goods starting in April, saying it must act to protect consumers and businesses. Gail.
Got it, Weijia. Thank you very much.
As of this morning, the United States is applying a 25% tariff.
Bro, this is prosperity incoming.
On imports of steel and aluminum. We deeply regret this measure.
Biden famously never did this with the Ford Lightning or the Jeep Rubicon electric vehicles. All these guys are just salesmen. No, Biden never did it specifically because the person that is the owner of either of those companies had given him $100 million by way of PACs that he had also brought into his administration directly at a time when their stock prices were plummeting. I feel like that is a ginormously different detail that we're forgetting about, I think. Not even 100 million, 290 million. It's ridiculous. No, Biden at times as the American president has gone to an American car show to be like, buy American. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Tesla is an American car manufacturer as well. The difference here, however, is that Donald Trump literally had a fucking QVC price chart on his hands, like a crudely written price chart that he was stuck with to say the prices of each individual car, to be like, you should buy Tesla. He also said vandalism against Tesla and Tesla stores will be considered an act of terror. What the? Oh, Tesla, buy Tesla.
Tariffs are taxes. They are bad for business and worse for consumers. They are disrupting supply chains. They bring uncertainty for the economy. Jobs are at stake. Prices up. Nobody needs that on both sides, neither in the European Union nor in the United States.
You draw a dick on a Tesla. You draw a dick on the window of a dusty ass Tesla, and you're, I don't know, a green card recipient. I will take your green card away. Okay, why not? I mean, they're doing that for a person whose opinions they don't like. Might as well do that for that too.
The European Union must act to protect consumers and business. The countermeasures are strong but proportionate. As the United States are applying tariffs worth $28 billion, we are responding with countermeasures worth 26 billion euros. This matches the economic scope of the tariffs of the United States. Our countermeasures will be introduced in 2 steps, starting with April 1st and fully in place as of April 13th. In the meantime, we will always remain open to negotiations.
Today, I am announcing that the Government of Canada, following a dollar-for-dollar approach, will be imposing, as of 12:01 a.m. tomorrow, March 13th, 2025, 25% reciprocal tariffs on an additional $29.8 billion of imports from the United States. This includes steel products worth $12.6 billion and aluminum products worth $3 billion, as well as additional imported U.S. goods worth $14.2 billion for a total of $29.8 billion.
So we'll do a Canadiano.
A coffee shop on Vancouver Island and a quiet act of defiance.
Should have a Canadiano.
You want a Canadiano today? Sure, let's do it.
But beneath the bravado,
Canadiano! No, they're doing freedom fries, bro. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, no. At least, like, they have a more valid reason to be angry at America. They have a more valid reason to be angry at America than America did at France. Like, France was like, oh, we're not going to participate in... We are not going to participate in your imperialism. Only in West Africa do we do the neo-colony. We do not go into the Middle East. And America was like, freedom fries it is, baby. No more French fries. We only do the imperial in imperialism. Only in the West on North Africa. And then we were like, how dare you? How dare you? I'll show you what. French Zelensky, I know. I've been stuck on Zelensky. Mr. President.
a seething sense of betrayal.
Next up, the Capuchina.
This bullying, we're a tenth of the size of that country, 300 million or 400 million people in the States and about 40 million in Canada. But we picked no fight.
Canadian here, definitely BDSing U.S. goods and cancel our New York City trip the next month. Fuck the U.S. Hey, I'm right there with you, baby. But also keep subscribing to at least This American, who is also anti-America, right there with you, and offers support to your cause. Use your Canadian dollary dues here at the broadcast for $6, or I guess it's 12 Canadian, or for free with a Twitch Prime by connecting your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account. You can also get gifted a sub, even if you're Canadian or not. How much is it? Subs are $8 in Canada, not $12 dues. Don't send HasanAbi your money. You disrespecting Canada, and it's upsetting. I'm not. I'm saying I cannot explain to you how much I am in support of Canada shitting on America. We deserve it. There is not a nation that deserves it more than us, okay?
But it just keeps coming to us.
On the top shelf, Alan hides the labels of American-made bottles.
Tennessee, Wayne Gretzky cream, and it's just about empty anyway.
Wayne Gretzky cream liqueur.
Oh, wait, they also hate Wayne Gretzky now, right? Because he's a cuck to America. Yeah, that was really messed up that Wayne Gretzky is just like so pro-America. It's like, dude, how are you going to do that to your own people?
Once a Canadian ice hockey hero, now considered a traitor for his support of Trump.
He's proven that he doesn't even respect our country anymore.
It's now government policy in British Columbia not to sell any American-made booze, a clap back at US tariffs on Canadian goods. A decision taken by its premier.
Very nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too.
But the threats don't end at tariffs. Trump wants to make Canada the 51st state.
I've been speaking to people, British Columbians, today, yesterday. They're genuinely fearful of annexation. Do you think that's a possibility, and are you scared?
So I find it deeply unsettling. The advice that we get continually about the president is to take him seriously, but not literally. I would love to have that kind of luxury. And the danger, I think, is not taking him literally and seriously.
On the ferry which links Vancouver Island with the mainland, news lands of Donald Trump's fresh threat to impose 50% tariffs on Canadian aluminium and steel.
Thanks for saying the BC ferries.
Then it was revised back down to 25% for now. There's real tariff fatigue here, confusion surrounding the on-off tit-for-tat nature of these policies.
What do you think the end game of all this is?
Just to cause chaos, that's what I think. So yeah, not too thrilled about it, but it's kind of galvanized Canadians together, so that's the silver lining.
I was planning a trip to Las Vegas. We've canceled that. Now we're going to Salt Spring Island. When I go to the grocery store, I look for the Canadian, the little maple leaf that a lot of grocery stores have put on the shelves to, try and purchase Canadian items or Mexican items, anything other than the United States.
You think his main aim is to make you weaker?
Without a doubt. Yeah, that was his game plan from the beginning. So it had nothing to do with fentanyl going in.
What's your theory on why Trump is whacking Canada so hard and not Mexico as hard? He likes Claudia Sheinbaum. Also, Mexico plays ball on immigration. But more importantly, he likes Claudia Sheinbaum, and he thinks Canada is a libtard nation. There's all of the EU, with the exception of Viktor Orban, Canada, and the entirety of the EU, Canada and Ukraine are all like libtard countries. Okay, they're all libtard countries. So he hates them with a passion. He's like, this is just more Democrats. In his mind, he's like, this is Kamala Harris, and here you have Zelensky, which is more Kamala Harris. Why does he like Claudia? Because he likes popular leaders, and Claudia Sheinbaum is very popular, but also, the Morena admin previously played ball with Trump when it came down to clamping on migrants that were trying to cross the Mexican-U.S. border, but also because she's a boss lady. Or maybe in my head canon, Trump hates Canada because he met XQC and he couldn't stand him. He just met XQC and was like, I'm done with this country. We're putting sanctions on Canada, especially Level. That's what happened. In my head canon, that's what happened.
Into the United States, that was just a ruse.
Fentanyl is a national tragedy shared by Canada and the US. The streets of Vancouver, a painful reminder of that. But the Trump administration claims there are secret fentanyl laboratories across Canada and that the ruinous opioid is flooding.
Or maybe he does want to legitimately annex Canada because climate change, which is both woke, gay, and fake, is actually not so fake, and that all of Canada is going to be the best possible real estate. So that's why he wants to annex Canada.
Flooding over the border. It's the reason, they say, for starting this trade war. A bogus excuse, say others.
There is
no one who knows anything about drug markets in North America who would agree with the statement that Canada is a substantial part of the problem in the United States. It's simply a fiction. It's simply a lie. No question that fentanyl has devastated the United States. Fentanyl is devastating Canada. And so I think in that way, it might be a potent way for Mr. Trump to whip up enthusiasms and to justify this aggression.
Whatever the reason, invented or otherwise, for this trade war, it's making an enemy of this ally. The question is, what power does Canada really have in the face of its much bigger, far wealthier neighbour? Martha Kellner, Sky News, British Columbia.